Sakura woke up from a nightmare. It wasn't his first, but a scary one for him. He was lost and all alone, fighting for himself. A girl was doing her grocery, and on the way back some folks stopped her and harassed her. She tried to stop them, but there was no stopping to them. But then a boy came in and stopped them from harassing her. And in conclusion, they all got beaten up by him. And while they were on ground, he told he was Haruka Sakura from Furin High School. While he was leaving the scene, the girl ran behind him and tried stopping him. And she thanked him, but he was way too shy by arrogant. She asked him that will he go and eat some food at her place. She had a restaurant, and she made an omelet for him there. Sakura told her that he was not from this town and came from other city, and he has joined Furin High School because it was the lowest rank, and he will make it on the top of all. She told him her name, Kadoha Takabana. And she said that, you are wearing this uniform, so it is obvious you are from that school. He told that he will stop all the scumbag in the area, and he the one strongest of all. The other customer there called and said he is leaving, so Kadoha went to take the old man out, while Sakura gave the bag that old man had left back to him. Kadoha gave few candies to Sakura to have, as for helping the old man. She also said to Sakura that he cannot be on the top until he is alone, and this sentence made him angry, and he left the restaurant. Sakura was always alone and had no one, and that word hurt him a lot. Outside in streets, the guys that were beaten up by Sakura had come back to take revenge, but this time the number of them were a lot. Sakura alone, standing in front of them, started beating them all up, and he was quite successful, but then Kadoha heard some noise. So she came out, but then one of the bad guy caught her, and while saving her, Sakura got a knife cut on his leg, which caused him his movements. Then one guy came with a bat to hit him, but then a guy with same outfit as Sakura came and stopped the bad guy. It was Hiragi, and 3 more of his fellows were with him, Matsumoto, Kaji, and Yamagata. Sakura was surprised that Furin is helping him out. They all together beat the bad guys and made them run away. Kadoha told Sakura that 2 years ago we all were in great trouble because of gang fights, but then Furin came in and saved us all, but still there are fights, but we are always protected by them, and they are our saviors, and they are called Windbreaker. Everyone in public thanked the guys, and even they came to thank and help in healing Sakura. But he refused to take help, but Kadoha badged his leg, but he was too much furious. Next day an old lady got on the back of Sakura, and they together came to the restaurant where Kadoha worked. As they sat there, suddenly a boy came in running, calling out Kadoha, and he said her to see his new uniform. The boy saw Sakura, and his hair half black and half white said him that what king of stress he has as his color changed, but Sakura was confused. Kadoha laughed at both of them and introduced them to each other. She told Sakura that this is Nairi, and this is Sakura, he came from out of town. Then Nairi left for a ceremony he needed to attend, and so later Sakura left too. As he walked in the streets, everyone around called him and thanked him for helping them yesterday and gave some food for free from their store. He had a lot of food in his hand and was too much nervous around other. But then suddenly a girl ran towards him asking for help, so he rushed there. Few bad guys were beating Nairi as he helped that girl from them, so Sakura jumped in. Nairi tried stopping him as he was alone, but he was surprised as Sakura them beat all up in a blink of an eye. Later Nairi asked him about himself as he thought of him as a good person, but Sakura was least interested. Nairi forced him to go with him towards the Furin headquarters as for their first day. As they reached the building, Nairi saw the list, and a lot of stone guys had entered there as first year. They both reached towards the class. Nairi asked him to stay calm and friendly towards others. Sakura rushed in and everyone looked at him. Nairi was a lot surprised looking towards everyone. Then another guy came in front. It was Suo. Nairi had heard about him. He had an eye patch as he had lost his eye in an incident. Suo came in closer and asked about Sakura's. He even appreciated Sakura for yesterday's incident against Spastics on Main Street. Everyone there thanked Sakura and appreciated him, but he got so much nervous. Everyone asked him why he is here. So, he replied, to be on the top stop. Nairi quickly stood up and said it's not that he wanted to fight others, but Sakura said, yes, he want to fight others. Suddenly some threw a table around the classroom. Nairi stopped. Sakura to react there as the person who threw the table was Kyotaro Tsujishita, the strongest in class. Kyotaro began fighting him. Everyone there was worried about Sakura that he will die, but he was faster than Kyotaro and eventually, he landed a kick on his face. Everyone was shocked that he is too good. Suddenly someone spoke from the speaker and everyone was still and listened to what he was saying. Sakura was shocked at what happened to everyone, but it was Yumamiya. He was the top of the Furin, but a funny guy. Yumamiya told everyone to chill and go to the beach as he liked that too. Everyone was listening to him, but Sakura thought of him as an idiot. Yumamiya told everyone not to fight on their first day, so Kyotaro wiped off the blood from his nose. Later Suo told them both to shake hands as there is no need to fight, and so Kyotaro brought his hand first, and then Sakura too shake hands with him. Everyone there appreciated Sakura for landing a kick on Kyotaro. Sakura was amazed by the feeling of other hugging him, but later he was told to paint a wall and Furin did good stuff in the town, and he thought of all was a mistake. He came here. After everyone was called on the ground, Hiragi was there to speak. Sakura was going to say Katawa name as he saved him yesterday, but Hiragi stopped him as he didn't want anyone to know that Katawa was in danger yesterday or else he will be coughing blood. Nairi then told Sakura that he is of the king in the school and there are 4 teams and we are from Team 1 and its name is Taman Team. The other teams are Jikoku, Zu and Kamaku Team. Then they are going and patrolling in 4 groups. Hiragi stayed between Sakura and Kyotaro as they don't fight again. They all helped other in the streets and even got treats from them. Then they reached to the border of their territory as other team named Shishitoren rules there and Nairi told Sakura to never got there and cause trouble. But he was excited. Suddenly they saw a boy running from there and was beaten up by the gang there. But before he could reach the other side he fell on the ground. But then Sakura and Kyotaro ran there and kicked the other guy. As the other Shishitoren guys saw their member on ground and another one arrived. Hiragi they're told that he is Joe Tagame, the second in command of Shishitoren. Hiragi then came in front and said to Tagame that his guys were chasing a boy and so the fight broke out. But he didn't care and took the jacket of his group of his teammate who got beaten up by Furin guys. Tagame came near to Sakura and told that his head was awesome and left from there warning them that he won't forget and they will have fights soon. Hiragi apologized to them as he was not the first to make a move, and so he took them all to Yumamiya to report the situation. But as everyone saw Yumamiya, they were surprised, but Sakura thought him as an idiot and normal guy. Everyone was sitting in a circle and Yumamiya was talking, but it wasn't about the fight they had gotten, but about the plants that he was growing on the roof of the school building, and he was a lot worried about them as they were not growing as he wanted. Everyone saw him and knew that he won't listen now as Hiragi also gave up to tell him what happened. Yumamiya just spoke and spoke. Suddenly Sasaki, the boy they saved, stood up and told that it was his fault he was chasing a bad guy, and he didn't know that when he got into their area and so he got caught up by them. Yumamiya then calmed him down by his words and told not to worry. He then asked who hit them first, so Hiragi told that Sakura hit them first. Yumamiya appreciated him and called him his little brother. But then Hiragi got a call from his friend, but it was like he was beaten up. Suddenly someone called Yumamiya. It was the leader of Shishitoren Tamiyama. He had got there and wanted Yumamiya to have a one-on-one. Without wasting time, Yumamiya grabbed his jacket and went down to see him. Everyone followed him. On the ground, Yumamiya asked everyone to stay back, but Sakura wanted to fight too. But Yumamiya warned him not to come near. Sakura was shocked seeing his as the same guy who was fooling around. Yumamiya told Tamiyama that you also beat up my guys, so it's even, but Tamiyama wanted to fight. Then other members of Shishitoren came by to defend their leader, and Tagame there said that we here to help. But Tamiyama wanted a one-on-one, and so Yumamiya agreed. Tagame told that the night is on its way, so we should fight later, and it shouldn't be one-on-one for only you two, but others should also fight in one-on-one. So everyone there took our rival there. Hiragi, Kyotaro, Suo and Sakura were also given an opponent to fight. Yumamiya was not in favor, but he had to agree. Later in the restaurant, Nairi was a lot worried, but Katawa stopped him to worry. Everyone had their food there. Sakura asked where is Yumamiya as he was the one who called everyone to have meal together. Then Yumamiya entered. He directly went to Katawa to ask her about his health. Sakura thought that they are in a relationship, but they both denied. Sakura then told something bad about Katawa. Then Kyotaro threw a chair at him to stop and told that if you say something wrong, Yumamiya will get angry, and Sakura saw Yumamiya and got scared. As they all sat together, they talked about Shishitoren, that how did they got strong and how Tamiyama become the top leader of them. After the meal, Kataha closed the restaurant and they left to their home. Sasaki thanked them all for sacking him and wished them good luck for their battle tomorrow. Next day, everyone went into Shishitoren area for the fight against them. Everyone was all pumped up. Tomiyama welcomed them all in his turf and asked them all to follow him into the battlefield. Everyone was walking behind him as Tomiyama was running toward the field in hurry so he can fight. On their way, they saw too many pubs all around the area. As they reached there, it was an old building, but with too much sticker all around. The place was all torn up and rough up. They were taken to the auditorium, and there were other Shishitoren guys sitting in as audience. Everyone sat there, and it was the first fight of Kyotaro. As the fight began, his opponent tricked him into looking away, and he landed a punch on his face. But Kyotaro didn't even felt it, and instead he grabbed his face and beaten him to ground and won the battle. Tomiyama told his guys to go and throw away the person who just lost. Watching this, Nairi was too scared that will he be going out alive from there. Next, it was the Battle of Suo. As his battle started, his opponent got scared as he witnesses the previous fight, watching Furin beating his friend. Suo was kind but brutal in fighting as he toyed with his opponent all around the field and didn't let him land a single hit on him and instead beat his opponent easily. Togame saw this as humiliation and decided the match as Suo the winner. As Suo was getting down, the next fighter was getting prepared. What will happen next? Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.